Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I've got my chef coat on, okay? We are going to be doing another Cooking in the Kitchen with Alyssa. I've never said that before, but maybe it's a new series, okay? I've done a couple of videos in the past showing you some of my favorite recipes, healthy snacks. I think I've done grocery hauls in the past. I really love cooking. I like finding new, easy recipes, and oftentimes I use a lot of meat because I eat meat. I love protein. It keeps me full for longer. That's just the way that my body is. But today I've compiled some TikTok recipes I found on TikTok. All of them are vegetarian, not vegan, but vegetarian. So for my vegetarian viewers out there, these will be good for you. But before we get started, I wanted to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, which is Built Bar. Built Bar, thank you so much for continuing to sponsor me. I love these protein bars so much. As I just said, I take in a ton of protein. These recipes that I've chosen today, they don't have a ton of protein in them. And I'm actually like starving because we just went and bought all of these items from the grocery store so that I could make these snacks. So I am gonna eat this protein bar. In this bar, 17 grams of protein. I haven't found an easier way to get my protein in. You can just pack these with you in your car, in your gym bag. I keep some in my office for when I'm editing. I just snack on it slowly so that I'm continuing to nourish my body. They come in 18 different flavors, permanent flavors. This one is my current favorite. It's just the plain coconut one. This flavor also only has 4 grams of sugar, which is really in line with the macros that I'm taking into my body right now. They've made new flavors, they've improved their texture, and it's the same quality every time. I just love these, and I'm so grateful to still be partnered with Built Bar. So if you want to try out Built Bar, you can go to builtbar.com, use code AlyssaAnderson10 and get 10% off of your purchase. That's builtbar.com, AlyssaAnderson10, and get 10% off your purchase. I'm gonna finish that bar really quick and then we will get into all of these delicious TikTok recipes that I'm so excited to try. Okay, I gotta make sure I don't have any chocolate on my face. We're good. Okay, so the first recipe that actually inspired this video is this cucumber salad. It has sesame oil, soy sauce, sesame seeds, some chili flakes, and of course cucumber. It is unreal. I have not stopped eating it since I found the recipe on TikTok. I can't even explain to you like the flavor sensations that are going on in my mouth when I eat it. And I eat a lot of cucumber. It's like my veggie of choice. We always have 3 cucumbers stocked in the fridge like at all times. Sam, my best friend, was even talking about like starting a vegetable garden and only having 2 plants for cucumbers. And I was like, no, we need to like up that. That's how many cucumbers I eat. This has really elevated my cucumber game, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. So I'm starting off with a long English cucumber. They're just my favorite type of cucumber. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the big fat ones because they're too watery, if that makes sense. I just find it's not the right texture in my mouth. And I'm gonna just slice these pretty thinly because I like to get a lot of the sauce on the cucumber, like sauce versus cucumber ratio. In the TikTok video that I saw, she did like spirals for her cucumbers, and I think that that looks really pretty. I just don't personally feel like it gets enough of the sauce. Like, yeah, the sauce sits in the crevices and stuff like that, but for me, I need like the whole thing coated in my sesame oil. So I'm just gonna cut up this entire cucumber and then we will make the sauce. Okay, my cucumbers are cut up, and now I just have this nice glass bowl, and inside of that, I'm just going to put some of my sesame oil, probably like, gosh, I'm not gonna measure, but probably like 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, I don't know. And then to that, I'm going to add some soy sauce. Again, probably, I don't know, 2-3 tablespoons. It's kind of like a decide how you like it situation. You can add more sesame oil, less soy sauce, you know, vice versa. It's kind of just like whatever floats your boat, honestly. To that, I'm going to add these crushed red peppers or like chili flake situations, just like a little spice. And honestly, I'm gonna add quite a bit because I love spice and I think that it just really elevates the dish. Along in there, I'm just gonna add probably like 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. That's probably 2 teaspoons. Then I'll just take my little chef's whisk. Does this fit in my little arm pocket? It does! Oh my goodness, I'm a chef. And I'm gonna whisk that up. It smells so good. To that, I just add all of my cucumbers. and then just mix however you like. It would be easiest to shake this with a lid on it, but I have no idea where the lid is, so I'm just going to kind of fork it around and really get all of those cucumbers covered in the sauce. So now you can see here all of my cucumbers are nicely drenched in that delicious sauce. Then I just take some roasted sesames and shake it all on top. And that's what your cucumbers look like. I have my nicely coated cucumber here, lots of sesame seeds. I could honestly drink this sauce. I know that's not good for you because it's just oil and salt, but I really could. That rice vinegar just adds like a little bit of tang. The first time I made this, I didn't have the rice vinegar, and it really does elevate it. We have 2 more recipes to get to, so I need to stop eating this, but this little salad, it takes like 3 minutes, and it's so good. Okay, so the next recipe that I'm going to be trying is the famous pasta chip recipe from TikTok, okay? At first, when I saw these being made, I thought that you just put dry pasta in the air fryer. Apparently, that's not true. Apparently, you have to cook these until al dente. So I did that. These are rigatoni. That's what I normally see on TikTok, so I decided to buy rigatoni. And we're just gonna throw these into 2 separate bowls. I'm gonna make 2 different styles of the pasta chips, and we'll see how it goes. So for the first half, I'm just going to take about half of the al dente pasta. Not really half, because I don't wanna overcrowd the air fryer, you know? Then I'm gonna take some Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce. This was a secondary recipe that I saw. I can't get this open. Got it. This was a secondary recipe that I saw, but I thought it could be fun, like just a little bit of a different flavor profile. And then I decided it could be fun to add a little bit of fresh grated Parmesan. I have my little whisk here, so I'm just gonna mix it using this. Just coat those all with the hot sauce and the cheese. Those are gonna be our first pasta chips. Now, I've never made these before, so we're just gonna see how it goes, but I think that the key to this recipe is not overcooking your pasta, so making sure that it's al dente. I cooked those for about 8 minutes. It's still like a little bit like crispy in the center, kind of more chewy sensation. So for the second one, I'm gonna again take some of my pasta. For this one, I'm gonna use just a little bit of olive oil. It said to use vegetable oil, but like I don't have vegetable oil in the house, so olive oil it is. Then I'm gonna take some Italian herbs and seasoning. This is just like a regular Clubhouse like seasoning mix, and just sprinkle that on there. I'm gonna add some salt to this one and a little bit of pepper. And again, I'm just going to move that around, coat that in the olive oil, and this will be our little like Italian style pasta chips. Here I have an air fryer. This isn't my air fryer, but I took it from Sam for this video. So they said with the air fryer, make sure not to overcrowd your pasta. So I'm just going to put in as many as can like fit in there, kind of like spaced out. Hard to see there. This is a side note, but I can't believe how small these air fryers are. Like this is nowhere near enough space for my appetite, but I don't know. They're a huge trend, so I'm using it. And then stick these in there at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes. At the same time, I'm gonna boil my water for the next recipe, which is going to be a little ramen recipe. So I'll meet you guys back here with my cooked ramen and my finished pasta chips. Oh no. Okay, so we're back with my pasta chips. They are, how you say, burnt. They're definitely crunchy. I'll give them that. The thing is, I checked them not too long ago and they were nowhere near done. So I left them, unfortunately, perhaps a little too long. I'm gonna continue on and pretend these aren't burnt to crisps. Here was my plan. I'm gonna use this vodka sauce here. Here's another trick. Hit your cans with the back of a knife. You don't need no man. See? Now I could warm this up. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna plop it in here. And then I'm going to dust the top with my little Parmesan cheese. Okay, they do look more burnt on camera than they are in person, I will say that. Oh, I dropped one. But let's try one with the sauce. It's not so bad. I don't know. Hey, babe. I'm gonna get Danny to try one of these. Okay, so it would seem like the Italian ones got way more burnt than the buffalo ones. So try a buffalo one.
All right.
Dip it in the sauce.
Dipping. Crispy.
It's not that bad. Like, they look way more burnt than they taste, right?
Yeah. Why'd you burn them?
I didn't mean to.
Oh.
They just, like, weren't done, and then they were super done. Sam's coming in. Do you want to try a pasta chip? Everybody's here for the video. Let me shield your poor eyes.
You're not. These are really burnt.
Okay, I know.
I don't know that I agree with the premise.
Of a pasta chip?
Wait, am I eating this just by itself? Or
No, dip it in the little saucy sauce.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with pasta chips as
a whole.
As a concept. Sorry, did I already ask about this? Get up.
No.
Where'd you get this little number?
From a chef friend. I like to be on point with everything I do, okay? Chef Alyssa in the house with burnt pasta chips. Okay, I think the house consensus is that the pasta chips, they weren't a hit. I don't know, maybe they would have been a hit if they weren't burnt to a crisp, but I gotta say, even if they weren't, I don't know that it's worth the squeeze. Moving on. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to be making that ramen recipe that I saw on TikTok. Super easy sauce, looks delicious. I am gonna cut up some green onions because I think that it'll look nicer. I can't actually eat green onions, but I think that it'll make it look prettier. So I'm first going to dice up my little green onions. That's honestly probably enough because like I'm not gonna be eating them. It's really just if Sam and Danny wanna try them. And then I'm just gonna have to take you over to my little cooktop over here so that I can show you how to make the sauce. Even though I've never made it before, we're just gonna try it. The only thing is this cooktop's like a little loud, so that's gonna be annoying. The recipe says to use a full stick of butter, but I feel like that's a lot of butter, so I'm gonna use half a stick of butter, let that melt down, and I'm gonna add some chopped garlic to the butter as well. Then I'm gonna add some soy sauce and a little bit of the pasta water from when I boiled the ramen, and a spoonful of sugar, brown sugar. For a little bit of spice, I'm gonna add some red pepper chilies and then add the ramen noodles and mix an egg all together with it. I think this would be really good with just some sesame seeds sprinkled on top. That's how I'm gonna have mine. And then of course you can add your little green onions on top for color. Very cute. I can't eat green onions though, so see you later. Let's give this a try. That's pretty good. I probably could have used a little bit more soy sauce. But honestly, maybe not even. This is really good. Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. And especially for the price, because these noodles I think were 89 cents. And then of course there's the garlic and the soy sauce and the egg and the butter. But altogether, this is like a way better elevation of like Mr. Noodles, essentially. I'm gonna go give Danny a plate of this so that he can try it as well. And then we'll come back and we'll rate the TikTok recipes we tried today. Well, you guys, that is today's video, trying viral TikTok recipes. Cucumber recipe, unreal. I'm giving that one a 10 out of 10. That's gonna be in my repertoire for some time to come until I get so sick of cucumbers, which I just don't think is going to happen. 100% recommend that recipe. The pasta chips, again, yes, I burnt them, okay? I still don't think I would be about them even if I didn't burn them, because I did check them when they weren't burnt just a couple minutes before and they were still chewy. So I don't know, maybe it's the cook and not the product, but I'm gonna give that one like a 5 out of 10 because a little bit fun, innovative in my opinion, but in practice, not really that tasty. The ramen I did feel like was unreal. I think that that one takes very little time to make as well. I usually have all of these things in my home anyway, so super easy for me to make, and I think that it just elevates that sort of Mr. Noodle type dish. So I think that that one's a really good one as well. I'm gonna give that one a 10 out of 10 as well. Really loved it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, don't forget, I still have a promo code with Built Bar. If you wanna try out their protein bars, go to builtbar.com. Promo code AlyssaAnderson10, get 10% off of your order. If there's any viral TikTok recipes that you want me to try, I'm so happy to put my chef coat back on and try them for you, see what they taste like. I'm happy to buy the groceries, you know? I'll do that work for you so that you know which ones are worthwhile and which ones aren't. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.